Then I got thigh sauce for you.
You be slapping bitches in the face?
Yeah.
I had a little phase of that. Bitch slapped me back though.
I would smack the fuck out of it.
Aggressively.
I would literally.
Like she slapped the shit out of me.
As my ammunition to finally smack the.
All right, no, but hold time. What time we starting the show though?
We need to go now. I'm telling y'all.
Let's
now.
go. Are we recording?
I'm halfway drunk.
Real been recording. Real's a snake. Real is a snake.
Y'all been started. It started 20 minutes ago.
Welcome to Terry Rosen Podcast. Brought to you by Killer Cocktails. Here we go.
Just different.
Killer Cox around the clock. Tell them what's going on.
Oh, let's take attendance. Niggas is finally here.
Motherfuckers is here.
But guess who's not here?
Raimi.
The top two. TJ really number one, most absent.
Yeah, exactly.
Then is it Reggie or Raimi second?
Reggie.
We're going to get Raimi first because Reggie actually lived far as hell. Raimi lived down the street. So Raimi's,
true.
she's second. And then Reggie. But TJ's here. Can we get the round of applause?
Yeah,
for
round of
TJ?
applause to TJ.
TJ's never here.
Ever. And he's staying for a long time. Like he ain't left yet.
He found out the wine was coming and he was like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
The show started now. You finna get the fuck up out of there. Boogie here. Jody's back.
Jody's back and it's her birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jody.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Jody.
32 like magic. I'm gonna be number 32 like magic.
Yeah.
Tay got it. The Tay got
If y'all
her
don't remember what the
anything.
fuck that's from, I'm finna walk out
Love
this
and
room.
basketball,
Thank
right?
you, TJ.
I just saw that the other day and I still didn't know what it was from.
I'm gonna be number
That
32.
movie low key trash now.
It's not that bad.
It is bad.
It's not that bad.
Girl, that man was getting married tomorrow and he played his ex a game of horse and did not marry his bitch. Like, what? That would have turned me into
It
a
wasn't
killer,
about
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
horse. It was deeper than that.
Okay. All right. Play me for your hard-head ass.
It was about love. And Real's here, of course.
He gotta be.
Where's the engineer? If you ever see us, Real's here because nobody else knows how to do this shit.
Big major.
We need an FC
right
training course
Yes.
around this motherfucker. Jody wants to learn.
Major phase.
Speaking of training courses, I'm gonna make the pod class webinar that's on the internet $20 for a limited amount of time. And I'm not gonna tell y'all niggas how long that time is because I know if I do tell y'all niggas how long that time is, y'all gonna wait till the day of and you're probably gonna miss it. So it's gonna be a very short amount of time, but it's gonna be $20. I hope you get the shit. But anyway, today red flags, green flags.
Hey, red flags. Green flags.
So of course we in. Wait, I ain't never just get sneak this on camera.
So was it really
So
sneak dissing?
right now we in a talking phase of life. We in the talking phase of the podcast. We started in the prelude, which was getting you guys ready, getting your mind state and your finances ready to date. Then we went to the introductory phase. Where do you meet somebody? What do you say when you meet them? You know, all those things. And now we're in the talking phase. So last week we talked about not getting the lines blurred in the talking phase. And this week we're going to talk about the motherfucking red flags that y'all be ignoring,
Yes.
that y'all be looking over because
Yes.
that ass is fat.
Yes, because that
And that
ass
pussy
is
is
fat.
wet.
Because that nigga got money. Because
That-
he
that-
got a schlong.
That pussy is soaking. So you want to overlook the fact that this bitch don't listen to you and she cuts you off every time you trying to make a motherfucking point. The fact that this bitch won't do nothing for you and everything is self-serving and self-centered around her.
Okay.
This
Okay.
bitch-
Okay.
I was gonna say,
okay.
he's feeling this right now.
All right. We're gonna get into all of
Hey, look, man.
but nah, he not wrong though. Shit.
Nah, we overlook a lot of red flags just
Absolutely.
for aesthetics. We overlook it for the thirst of love. I finally found somebody, so I gotta make this shit work. So I'm gonna overlook this shit because it's small, and you will end up breaking up with somebody 4 years from now for some shit that you found out 2 weeks within knowing them.
Yep.
And that's a waste of your motherfucking time. A lot
That's
of
a waste of
relationships,
time.
if they end bad, I don't feel like it's a waste of time because you might learn something. But if your relationship end over some shit that you've been new,
And you just been fighting this thing this whole time.
you
And the
wasted
only
your
reason
motherfucking
why
time.
y'all lasted this long was because you didn't want to be
because you ain't want to set up no boundaries and
right
stand on them
and be by yourself, and
You ain't want to be by yourself.
you ain't want to lose this person, and like that's kind of crazy because you look back and like, gee, you really just wasted for good years.
I
That
just
could have been invested in yourself or someone who was really good for you.
for sure.
It's fucked up.
Or yourself. I like
I
that.
said
one.
yourself.
like
I
yeah,
love
know.
yourself.
I know. I like that option.
I love yourself.
I like that
I
option.
love doing it for yourself, like for sure. But like, so to look back and realize you invested all this time into one person
Mhm.
and it wasn't worth it.
I
That's fucked up.
was on Facebook just like an hour ago and saw a video of young Jock talking to his wife, and his wife had basically made a statement publicly saying that she wouldn't like her sons to be like him. She doesn't want her sons to be like him, which was obviously offensive to him, and he was checking her about it, but also in front of the media, like on camera in
Yeah.
an interview. And he was saying like, don't say that. I don't like try to sum up my character by the bad things I've done. Like I'm also a great father. I do, so don't say you don't want like. And if you do feel that way, don't say it publicly.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time he was talking, the bitch wasn't listening.
Yeah, she was kind of like,
And that's some shit that you knew.
she was like, okay, well, yeah, well, I get like, and he's like trying to get his point across. She's literally like responding to every single
he can't
comma,
even make a
not
point.
even period. Like he wasn't even finishing the sentences. It was like he was going on to his next thought, and she was okay. Well, yeah, that's true, but, and it's just like, but honestly,
She
I
did not want to be
mean,
held accountable.
for the most part, I'm not really a reality TV show person, but of course they create drama with reality TV. But part of that is truth. So I mean, I did watch them a few years ago, and to be honest, from the start, it was just kind of like,
Yeah. But my thing is just like when it comes to stuff like that, and I don't know them, so I could be totally wrong, and I'm open to being wrong. But just speaking in general, in a lot of
No, that's
situations
what I'm
like
saying.
that, you see that shit early.
that's what I'm saying.
That type of behavior is
Watching
some
this
shit you could
show,
pick up on very
he could have
quickly.
got that from her
And you
years
overlook
ago,
that shit
before getting
Because like
married.
I said, this bitch bad. This bitch is nice.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
But
yeah, she's
you overlook that shit, and then that be the reason.
now
it don't
here y'all
work out.
is
Like,
5
here we
years
are,
later,
and
and
I
y'all
gotta deal with
shitty,
this
and y'all
shit.
got a kid now. Y'all locked in. You can't get away. Like that's what it is.
Mm.
Like period. But like I said, watching them years ago on the show, this is how she always was because she always dominated him. She's a lawyer. She's very successful.
Mm.
She has a lot of money. Y'all know how Young Jock has been in the media. It's not very positive. Like it's not. So she's always tried to dominate their relationship.
Yeah, he was
Is
trying
it
to put his
something
foot
that
down.
what
She
exactly?
wasn't
But
going.
your foot can't go down now because she done all 27 pairs of her lubricants is down, and you can't do shit. So now you're fighting her to respect you and listen to you, and she like, nigga, for what? It's a struggle.
That's tough, man. That's
Yeah.
tough.
But I want to know, what do you consider to be a red flag? Like, if you could come up
We
with
starting with the red
a
flag.
definitely
I
you
wanna start with
first.
the green flag.
If we
Go ahead, do your
Fine.
thing. Okay, no. It's your thing.
What do you think a green flag is then? If you could come up with a roundabout definition of what a green flag
I'll
is,
just
what would you
define
say?
what a
Yeah.
green flag is. A
Yeah.
green flag is something that when a woman does it, it's like, okay, like you make a mental note of it, like, damn, this is one of the reasons that I would cuff her. Like if I cuffed her today, this would be one of the reasons why. I had some crazy shit go on in my past that I wouldn't talk about on the podcast, but I've talked about it to people in person, you know what I'm saying? But it's something that I've never really found comfort with, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to this girl about it, and it had a lot to do with my grandma. It's actually my grandma's birthday today too. Shout out to my grandma.
Happy
It's
birthday
Jody's birthday. It's my
to
grandma's
Terry's
birthday.
grandma.
Yeah, they're both Scorpios. They're very different people. They're both Scorpios. She'd have been like 90, so it's okay for them to be
Ooh,
different.
yes.
She's probably been like 100 at this
Oh,
point.
wow.
Nah, like 80. She'd been 89.
Oh, same as my granny.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry. Look.
Sorry. Oh my God.
Country.
Okay,
But,
so facts. Nah, for real. Country is here.
But basically, I was talking to, and she was like, well, your grandma knows now. Like, she's in heaven. Like, she knows. Like, you can talk to her about it. I'm like, damn, that brought me a lot of comfort with this situation that I've talked to my therapist about this, and like, it was like, that's a green flag. You feel me? Like, that's a green flag. Also, like, I was dating somebody a while ago, and I noticed that they always check on their friends. Like, every time I talk to them, it's like, I'm gonna go to my friend's house because she going through this right now. I'm gonna go to this friend's house because she acting like she depressed, and I'm gonna go. I'm finna just check on this person. And I'm like,
Definitely
damn,
a
you
green
always
flag.
making sure everybody good.
That's definitely a green
All the
flag.
time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's shit like that you look at and you catch on to and you be like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree in so many words. I just think for me, being a woman and when I see a green flag in a man, to me that is something that's indicative of like somebody that this can work out with, somebody that's like sound and mature when it comes to a relationship. So it's kind of like something that like how that light bulb goes off when you have an idea. That's how a green flag raises for me when I'm dealing with a man, because you honestly don't get too many. Like you'll always find something that you like about someone. No, I'm serious when it comes to like my green flags, like things that, because at the end of the day, typically if you really know your red flags are pretty much non-negotiables.
I was just
green
gonna ask
flags
that.
are like what I'm looking for. So of course, when a man does checking boxes, like that's your thing. Like when you checking it, if a man check that green flag, be like,
I was just gonna ask, is a green flag something that checks a box on your non-negotiable?
And a red flag is a non-negotiable.
Well, I word my non-negotiables in a positive way, so my non-negotiables.
Well, yeah, so yours would be green.
Yeah.
Mine's are like, I got
God,
both in my non-negotiables. I got 2 positives and a couple negatives.
Okay. I think all of them could be positive, negative. I just word it in a
right,
positive way.
exactly.
Like, you need to be able to do this, and this.
Yeah.
So if you don't do that, then it's a red flag.
Yeah, right.
If you do it, it's a green
so it's
flag.
like either this way or that way. But basically, I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
And
so
speaking of non-negotiable, I don't want to go too much of a tangent.
Right.
You know I'm doing a matchmaker shit. Let's bring that back up.
How's that been going?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
How many DMs did you get?
I got 30 DMs from women.
Only women?
I have 0 from men.
Niggas too scared to say that they need help. That's why.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Niggas
are too scared to say that they need help finding a bitch because that they just be out here fucking with a bitch that's bad, a bitch with a big booty, a bitch with this, that, and the third. And then when that bitch ain't on shit, or she dig all your gold, or she whatever, now bitches ain't shit.
Y'all think it's because niggas
Why?
are scared?
Otherwise,
Yeah, I think she
why
just
would
snapped.
grown men
I think
who
she valid on that.
Why would grown men who support you openly? Grown men tag you all the time
Mm-hmm.
in stories and posts. Yo, hey Terry, you going crazy, my boy? Like, why can't they come to you and tell you that they looking for this, that, and the third?
Bro,
and most men don't know what they're looking for as well. You ask them to list so many things.
All right,
Can I get another cup?
Get the fuck off this Taylor Port. Like,
Can I get another cup? Thanks.
hold on, G.
Thanks, B-Day friend.
They said Taylor Port is grape juice with a felony.
It's the badass little sister Hennessy.
Grape Hennessy.
But I'm serious. Like, a lot of men couldn't slide in your DMs and be like, I'm looking for this, and this. They can't. At least women, and I'm gonna be honest,
That
out of
is a
30
fact,
women,
though.
and probably 15 of them.
I'm probably more with that than the other one because the other one might be true for a lot of niggas too, but niggas come to me for help so much though.
Mm-hmm.
Like about their situation and should I stay with one bitch? I'm like, I don't know, but you're a bitch. I really don't even know you. but
They already got a bitch though.
But I can give you the best advice that I can respectfully
Mm-hmm.
based on this information you give me. The hard part about giving people advice is that they come to you when shit is bad.
Instead
So
of
it's like,
coming to you.
I can't weigh out whether you should stay with your
Right
bitch or not
before,
because
yeah.
y'all probably had a lot of great days that you're not finna bring up in this. I don't know your relationship enough. Like, you come to me because shit bad, I'm gonna be like, leave that bitch. I don't know nothing to do what you just
because
said.
if
Like,
you only can talk about that, then it's like, it sounds like you should
now,
leave.
like, if you my homie and I be with you every day and you come to me about, I'm like, gee, but your bitch a solid bitch though. Like, you're tweaking. Like, yeah, she did
She
that,
just one
but
thing,
you
but
should probably
don't-
work that shit
yeah.
out, bro.
Yeah.
But if I don't know you and you just like, yeah, bro, my bitch bogus, bro. The bitch was sucking a dick, bro. Like, it was a
And
nigga
then,
sex, bro.
I did cheat with 10 women though.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna be-
like they're gonna leave all of that out. It's just gonna be like, gee, should I stay with my bitch? She done sucked some dick.
I'm
And it's
gonna be
like,
like,
hell
yeah,
no,
bro.
leave that hoe.
Leave that
She's
bitch.
a whore.
Even if you do tell me you fucked 10 bitches, I'm still gonna tell you to leave her. If she doesn't know that you fucked 10 bitches. Because she should be free too.
You didn't fuck 10 bitches unless she know you.
I'm
fucked
telling
10
her.
bitches.
I'm telling
about to say-
Karen. Wait, don't judge me. I'm telling him to leave her for her good too, though. Cause why is you fucking 10 bitches? Leave her.
That was a nice little cleanup, but not really, cause yeah, like you really just,
Oh, no.
you really just like tried to slither your way into the. But you still gonna tell her to leave, even if he fucked 10 bitches?
Don't you want her to be free?
That's crazy.
If her nigga fuck 10 bitches?
At this point in my life, I want bitches to do whatever their heart desires.
I don't.
Period.
which
If
is
your
dick.
heart desires for you to stay with your nigga, stay with your nigga. Like,
I disagree.
I'm so tired of people being
Because
embarrassed
people don't love
about what the fuck.
themselves. So I'm not for that because people don't love themselves. People heart be in another person back pocket. Like that nigga got your heart over there. You you chasing that nigga. Like, so I ain't with that. I'm not encouraging you to do what your heart desire because you're dumb,
I'm
baby.
encouraging everybody to do what they heart desire. Okay.
He's up.
Period.
We gonna have these hoes out here being stupid.
Bitches is already dumb.
All right. So this the Taylor.
Like,
boy.
I mean, no, for real. And niggas too. Like, niggas and bitches are already out here making dumb decisions.
That's facts.
So at least you can do is make a decision that makes you feel good because it's what your heart wants.
That's facts. You got a foodie with the booty today?
Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Puttery Official, but it's similar to Top Golf without having to breeze, okay? Especially during the winter months. So Puttery is in Dallas, DC, and Charlotte already, but it just opened up out here a couple of weeks ago. It's mini golf inside. They have some of the best cocktails. Like literally, they already made it to so many blogs just for their drinks because they're crafted cocktails. I just think that this will be the perfect date night. I think in regards to us talking about, I wish I would have found this when we talked about the first date, because I think that the first date should be something fun, something that kind of like throws you into having to talk, having to communicate, having to make a joke or two, having to, whatever. But I definitely think that the first date should show like people's personality. Puttery Official. I'm totally going there for my birthday. Y'all, today is Monday, Shoddy's birthday, but I also turned 30 in 2 weeks.
You just turned 29 on the show.
Yesterday.
Damn.
Like, it's crazy, but
Is any of this gray?
I wouldn't know
blonde?
shit.
Did you dye it blonde to camouflage the gray?
First of all, you
in
don't
there?
dye it blonde.
What do you do?
You bleach it blonde.
What's the difference?
You can't dye blonde.
Semantics, whatever. I don't care.
No.
Did you make this blonde to blend the gray in?
I don't have any grays, honestly. If I had grays,
You would rock your.
I
grays?
would. I'm one of those people who would. I'm a lot like my grandma. Like my grandmother got gray. Like there's pictures from her when she was 19 and 20. She already has gray hair.
Damn.
And she embraced them.
Yeah, also.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
When you bleach it, that means it's not going to turn back, right?
No, it is going to turn back. Well, I mean, this ain't going to turn. What's already bleached right here won't turn back. But when my
So
roots
you have
come
to wait
in,
till your hair grows all the way back out for that color to go away.
you should, yes.
Oh, damn.
Due to the fact that my hair is short, though, I really don't have to wait for anything. But yeah.
Before you color it, but you don't. If you bleach it,
So it's for instance like this. If my hair was still
Try to
dark,
get on the mic.
if my hair was still dark and I put a red dye in there, it would be like burgundy. But if I bleach my hair blonde first and put a red in there, it's gonna look like a fire truck.
Right.
Which is what I'm doing for my birthday. Yeah.
Okay. So, Puttery. I'm
Yes,
probably
Puttery
gonna cut that
Official.
out because that has nothing to do with the show.
No,
But
you should.
I'm probably gonna leave it in.
Puttery
I don't know.
Official. Seriously though,
Bitches
like I
need to know.
said, just came to Chicago, so y'all know it's busting. They have plenty of locations in the warmer states. So I'm kind of excited to go for my birthday and see how they're accommodating Chicago's weather.
Are you drunk? I am.
I'm tipsy.
Are you
I'm not
hot?
drunk. You drunk?
Yeah. Wow. I'm hot too.
You also took my cup. This is the sickest shit that goes on around here. You took my cup. Listen, let me tell y'all how glad I am that we do not go live anymore. Because this nigga,
What do we so
Puttery
listen,
Official, guys, slide for my birthday. Y'all gonna hear this. Y'all gonna hear this episode. My birthday's gonna be a week away from y'all hearing this episode. That's all I
damn,
gotta
you got
say.
it timed perfectly.
Okay.
So you want them to pull up on you?
Yeah.
Like everybody that's listening to the show right now?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
If y'all hearing
All
this
them
right
niggas that
now,
be sliding your DMs that's in the request box, you want them to come too?
you know what? The funny thing about it is a majority of the niggas that be in my DMs don't watch my story.
Really?
Yeah.
But they might listen to the show though.
Probably.
I know
I
a
mean,
nigga
I
that's in
wouldn't give a
St.
fuck.
Louis right now who wants to drink your bathwater.
Link me.
He's gonna you
Link me. What's
Okay,
up?
okay,
What's
okay.
good?
I will link you.
Okay.
He told you he wants to drink her bathwater.
Can I have my?
I
It's
was
the fact that I
keeping it-
said
I
you
was
took
keeping
my
it
cup and I
PG.
still have not returned my cup.
I was
Wait, what do
keeping
you
it
mean?
PG.
Okay, no creep shit. Like no creep shit. Nope. Cancel. Nope. No. This nigga finna. Why would I hog tie her? No. $17.
$17.
This nigga still drinking from my
I'm
cup.
gonna keep it light because I'm gonna put him on, so I don't want to embarrass him before he gets put on. But red flags. What are we talking about? Green flags.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Red flags. You made me talk about green flags first.
Let's go through the green flags then. What
Okay,
you talking about?
let's do it.
So number 1, green flags. So Cam sent me a list of 10 green flags. I had to pick 5 of them because we don't have time to talk about 10 green flags, 10 red flags on this show. So I picked 5, and the first one was great listener.
Boom.
That's a great, bruh. Like, okay, I don't consider myself a great listener because I feel like that's for someone else to decide, the person who's talking to decide.
Right.
I think I've gotten a lot better at listening from being around one of my older homies that listen. Cause he was like, I was talking to a nigga one time about some business shit. And like whenever I would reply to him, and I could be long-winded sometimes, he would just listen. And I'd be like, nigga, you teaching me. It just stood out to me how he never like interrupted me. He would just be like, listening, like really listening. I'm like, damn, like this nigga a good listener. And I picked up on that conversation, and then like there's other shit with therapy and shit like that kind of teach you, like kind of help teach me how to be a better listener. So I think I've grown a lot, but I don't think anybody could call themselves a great listener. It's kind of up to the person who's trying to be heard to say that. But that's like such a good trait for somebody to have. It just feel good to be heard in a situation, like especially when you having an argument, especially when you're having a disagreement, when you're not seeing eye to eye with somebody, to feel like they really hearing you is like a great feeling. It's a rare feeling. I don't even know if a lot of people have ever felt it before. I don't think it's something that I felt till I got older. You don't feel it as a child, especially the way that we get raised. That's not something that you feel as a child, like you're being heard, because you know how we get raised.
It's just not
like,
that way. It's do what you're told. I'm right, you're wrong. Like that shit. Because I said so. Like,
and then as a young adult in young relationships, everybody's defensive, everybody's deflective. Nobody's really accountable when you're young. You know what I'm saying? It takes some maturity to be accountable. So it's like when we get older, at least for me, I guess I'm speaking for myself at this point. Like, you know, like shit, it feels good to be heard.
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
A good thing. It's rare though, still.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that not only like a listener, but like an active listener. Like I realize that as I'm growing older and I'm starting to go through more things in life, if I get super close to somebody that I'm dating, I need active listening. Like, you know, it's one thing to hear me, but it's another thing to be able to not judge, empathize, and give healthy solutions. You can only do that by actively listening.
Yeah. And I also think being a listener, it depends on like how much you like somebody, and that's something that somebody need. It's kind of like you got to have enough integrity to like kind of like not fuck with somebody if you can't hear them. Yep. Because like I know this for me personally, like I have to like you to listen to you. Like if I don't like you and you get talking about your life, shut up. Girl, shut up. If I don't like you for real, G, you get to talk about your life.
Terry, for real. Like you're not even being respectful at this point. Like I'm waiting on you and I'm just watching you constantly sip from my cup.
I got you. I'm finna get your shit.
That's what you could have did.
What the hell, G?
Why are you gonna pour me this midget of wine?
You being greedy.
Birthday girl, can I please top me off?
Top me off.
Jody, I have to tell you about the
right
dream
one.
I had. I have to tell you about a dream I had.
Tell us about the dream. Story time.
Oh my God.
You had a dream about Jody?
Yes, we was fucking.
Who
Yes.
won?
No, we was just freaking.
Who
Like
won?
it just seemed like a thing we were doing. Like
All this content is going to Patreon.
period, as we shall.
All this is going to
But no,
What kind of
like,
porn you
we
watch?
was scissoring, and then like I only watch lesbian porn. I don't want to see any dick that I'm not fucking. I don't want to see any other dicks. No, that's not my dick. I don't want to see it. So I'm very ebony lesbian tribbing.
If it's not
scissoring.
your dick.
You heard what the fuck I said.
Wait.
Now, moving on. Me and Jody was fucking. But yeah, we was scissoring, and like she was like, oh, let's give each other head. And I'm like, okay, let me get you head first. And then like I was finna get her head, and somebody kept walking in and out the room. and I couldn't make they face out.
This is giving season 4.
But I just gave up.
What are we talking about right now? Patreon. This is all Patreon.
It was my dream, y'all. And we was moving on. I'm so glad we don't go laugh no more. Lord. I couldn't see their face. They were just walking. TJ, it was probably you.
I'm gonna make a clip that is the clip gonna be 3 seconds. It's gonna say me and Jody was fucking, and that's it. Like I'm posting that shit in the morning. Facts.
Post it.
No context.
Post it.
That's all I'm posting.
Post it.
Oh God.
And then do 2 clips. Be like, me and Jody was fucking. And then do the other one like, no, for real, we were scissoring. Do that one.
That's gonna be crazy. Listen.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. The next green flag. This episode gonna be 2 hours. The next green flag is self-awareness. That's the next one I picked. Self-awareness. Self-awareness leads to accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so accountability is a big thing, but it's like self-awareness is like step 1 of accountability. You know what I'm saying? You got to be aware of yourself. But it helps in a lot of fucking areas because it not only help in a sense of, now you could be self-aware and still choose to lie about shit. You could be self-aware and still choose to not be transparent.
Yeah, because you're aware that you're lying. You're aware that you're
not accountable.
You're aware that you're not accountable, even though in your head
So
you know.
being self-aware and not doing those things makes you a worse person than if you wasn't self-aware.
Self-aware and was just trying
if
to
you wasn't
find your
self-aware,
way.
then it's like
You don't know
just
how,
lost.
but you're intentionally.
So self-awareness is a double-edged sword because it's like, bitch, now you really playing.
Yeah, you playing
Like-
for it. Like you putting in effort to play. Like you putting in overtime to play.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Self-awareness, honestly, is huge for me because I just think that a man who know what he want, knows exactly what he needs, the necessary steps to attain that, but most importantly, when he gets it, he knows how to take care of it.
The pussy? What you talking about?
I was just gonna say that.
When he get what?
Self-awareness, a man who knows what he wants, knows
Oh,
what he
what he
needs,
wants.
knows how to get it, and when he gets what he wants and needs, he knows how to take care of it. If this
Still
is
sound like
coochie
the
for
pussy
y'all, then okay. If that's what it is for y'all, then okay. In my mind, it was like a wholesome woman who finally is checking all your boxes and she can really be your wife. But if pussy is what y'all want to go
That's
with,
a green flag for you.
yeah.
Green flag for Cam. Can we get a ding? Look.
What's a green flag for me?
That you thought it was a wholesome woman and not just some pussy.
Yeah, facts. Why did I say what? Like what? What's the green flag for me? I'm gonna do an episode.
Flag or a red flag? Or you like a
And
mixed
I feel
flag?
like this time last year I was a red flag for sure, which
green
is
and red
wild
put
because I
together,
was in a
like
relationship.
What
But
do
this
green
year
and
I'm a
red
green
mean?
flag. What you say, green and red? That's the color that's
Together? Is
some
that like
shit.
purple?
The shit that's in the dating pool. Yes, brown
Are
boo
you a
boo
brown
shit.
flag?
No, I'm a fucking green flag.
How do you
nigga.
know?
I know because I know.
You got a lot of you got green on. Did you wear green today? Did you wear green today because
No.
you were
No.
You was a green flag?
Green and red. Oh my God, it is two primary colors. Damn, I was just
Green
in
is
school
not
for
a
this
primary
shit.
color. Blue and yellow make green. That's the primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. I know that. I got preschoolers.
I was gonna say.
I know that.
They be beating your ass too. Okay, what did you pick next? Since you didn't let me see yours.
Somebody that's always being themselves.
I love that.
That's a big one. 'Cause
Oh my God. Rail told me fix my mic and I'm fucking it up even more.
Okay, we're definitely editing this part out.
Boy, stop saying it and just edit the shit.
Okay. I might have an opportunity to go back to my self-awareness point. What is that? I'm not drinking no more during the show. It's not gonna happen again.
This shit is fucking hilarious. Okay. All right, for real. Stop playing. Okay, listen. Which one you pick? You said they always themselves.
Always themselves.
That's important for me.
Yeah, I hate when like you date a chick and she's different with her friends.
I hate that about a man too.
She's different with her friends, and that's really the only like time I feel like people be different on the internet though. Like I done went out on dates with chicks, and the date that we had looks different than the date on the internet.
What you mean? Like the date that they claimed they wanted or the date that they said they was only going for?
No, like it just didn't happen the way that it happened on the internet, and it's weird.
What do you mean by that?
Like I can't put it in the word, but I know Cash, like the nigga Castro just made a status today that like motherfuckers will order a Uber Black and act like they have a personal driver. Like they'll be on the internet and act like they have a personal driver.
That's
Which a lot of people was
crazy.
commenting like it is a personal driver. Like they don't know, a personal driver is gonna wait on you wherever you go. It's not a fucking Uber. Like Uber's gonna
right.
leave when you
Yeah,
get.
no.
Anyway, but it's like to feel important, right? So like a person can post a Uber Black and you will think on the internet like, damn, they had a personal driver. Like that was lit. Woo, woo. Like you know what I'm saying? I've went on dates with people. Then when I watched the date on their story, I'm like, that happened, but it didn't happen like that. Like I don't know, like let's say but let's say like for instance, I like take you to a concert, but you like go to the front every 20 minutes to record.
Oh, make it seem like
and then
I was
come back.
front row.
Now you look, now I'm looking at the story like, damn, like this bitch is in the front row the whole time. Like wait, what is it? Like you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
could have sworn we was in the nose.
No,
I
I
just-
got them tickets last minute. They was $40. She looked like she was touching this.
There's a
hand.
lot of people that just be different on the internet. It be people who like they tweet about like bullshit, like money,
It's
this,
so
that,
true.
da, da,
And I
da.
get manifestation.
I know motherfuckers who not even manifesting, like they talking
Acting
like
like you got it
I'm
right
her,
now.
like I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and almost shitting on other people, like,
Yep.
like I can't fuck with this type of shit, this vibes, on all this type of goofy shit, like designer shit, all that. But you live with your people, your shit ain't even together though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like even that part, always being yourself. Like when the cameras go off, who are you when the camera go off?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
for me, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I notice when a man is like the same way in front of everybody, you know? Like, I notice when, I don't know, like you could be dating a man for a little while and like now you start going around they people. Like, you know, I never forget, story time.
oh shit,
It was a nigga that I was fucking
I'm
with
scared.
back in like 2017. And we had met on, this is my first social media encounter. So this was the first nigga that I linked up with off social media. And this is the man that I ended up having sex with on the first night. And I drove all the way to Joliet.
Why do you remember the year for one? And why do you bring this nigga up on every show now?
Is it every show? We
Go
only
ahead,
3
go ahead,
shows
go ahead,
in.
go ahead.
So, but so this was like, I drove out to Joliet, blah, blah, blah. We had ended up dating for a little bit. He took me to his uncle's crib. His uncle's having like a barbecue, whatever. I asked this nigga to make me a plate because I don't know these people. I'm
For
not
sure.
about to go in this kitchen
You
and
definitely
be
got to
digging.
make me a play.
This
if I'm
nigga
visiting
said
that
no.
crib. Why?
I stopped talking to him. He didn't have any etiquette. The same way I was young
Like,
and
why
dating
would he just
and
say
blah, blah,
no?
blah.
I feel like even if
he
that's
told
not
me I
something
could
you
get
would-
it myself. He was in a more
Damn.
comfortable position having me there because for him it was just like, oh, I'm super comfortable. I don't even bring bitches to my uncle's house. I don't even bring bitches around. So in his mind, it was like, me being this comfortable, you should be this comfortable. He never tried to
But I'm saying,
think about how I would feel.
But gee, comfort or no comfort, I just asked you to do this. Obviously,
And you,
y'all feel comfortable.
exactly.
Why would you say
Regardless,
no?
He was like,
it's
you
one
can
thing
do
to
it.
not think to
And
do
it
it
wasn't
yourself,
no in a mean
but
way.
to say no is crazy.
And it wasn't no in a mean way, like, bitch, no. It was just like a,
nah, go ahead.
don't feel like you can't do. But
so
I
it
was
wasn't
still
like no. It was
but-
just like, no, you good. Go ahead.
But
and
I
do
was
it.
still like, no, like I'm uncomfortable
I don't-
doing that. You know.
I feel your uncomfort,
Discomfort.
Shut the fuck up. I'm drunk. I'm educated. I went to Simeon. Look.
You should have said the college, not the high school.
Oh yeah, I went to college too. What college? SIU. Look. I feel your
This
discomfort,
shit is gonna get chopped and screwed.
but I don't even watch the episodes no more. I just like put the tags on there and post that shit. I shouldn't have admitted that, but I feel your discomfort. But I don't think you should have stopped talking to him for that. Just because it didn't come from a negative space, I feel like you could have taught him better than to just stop talking to him.
I stopped talking to him because when I brought it to his attention, the reaction.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't
Never mind.
necessarily the action.
How did you get more?
It was the reaction.
You got more than me.
She poured me some more. Fucking. But no, seriously, I like a man that treats me the same way in front of everybody. They don't try to pretend like they don't fuck with me like that. That's irritating. Period. Like, don't act like when we behind these closed doors,
Don't act
you
like you
don't
don't be
be
eating butt.
having this tooted up and you be Rooter to the tutor. Like, don't do that. For real.
Oh.
And I like to sense that somebody feel proud to be
I
with
was
me.
feeling you.
That's what I like. They brag about me. They show excitement about me. Like,
I remember my self-awareness point.
okay.
I got it. You did the edit for me.
Yeah.
It's rewinded now. Look. The self-awareness is this.
This is fun.
A lot of people don't be knowing like a lot of women don't be knowing like where they stand in the rank of the normalcy of the person that they date. So it's like you a bad bitch.
And your friend's bad too.
Maybe. But you a bad bitch.
Hey.
And you should feel that way about yourself, right? And that's dope. Like you're her, all that cool. You can't project that on me because you don't know what I've dealt with. So if you're gonna flex something to me, it gotta be like Rami said on The Man's Perspective. Check out The Man's Perspective. That show is really good.
Please do.
Episode 1 was great. Like Rami said, you have to be flexing some type of substance. Because I've done dealt with chicks that try to flex their aesthetics and how they look on me, but it's like, bitch,
I done had bad bitches.
you're not
The
top
baddest
10,
bitches I had.
20.
Like,
So like
you don't even know.
I love that you feel
Like,
that
yes,
way.
you are
but you
bad.
can't like try to lead with that. You got to have enough self-awareness to be aware of some other than your looks, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, or even like, you know, bitches think they pussy better than what it is. Bitches think they head better than what it is.
Every woman has good pussy and good head.
You get what I'm saying? So, and a lot of that shit be like, whether your pussy good or not is good, or whether you whatever. I'm the type of nigga, I'm fuck with you regardless. Like if I like you, it's not about, I don't like you because of none of that shit. So that's some shit that we could work around and figure it out. But if you trying to flex that shit though, like, oh, this pussy just da-da-da-da-da, it's gonna turn me the fuck off.
Pussy not even good no more once I get
It's
it.
gonna turn me.
Because if
No, it's
because
still
you done
good.
talked about
If it's good, it's still good.
Nah, see, I don't agree. I done had niggas say like if you hyped it up to be something that it's not,
Facts.
and then it's
You right.
just a little
I'm with
good,
you.
it's like, bitch, this shit kind of weak. Because you told me it was gonna be this and it's down here. If you wouldn't have said anything about it, and you would just gave it to me,
I'm motherfucking decent.
it might still be little decent. But bitch, you said it was top tier and it's not. Now I'm mad.
I thought I was gonna get the best pussy I ever had.
That's why I don't brag about shit. Just put it on a nigga. Period.
Easy to be around. That's another green flag. What time are we at?
Thanks. It's been 40 minutes.
Damn. Easy to be around. We didn't get to the red flags yet. Fuck it. 2-hour episode. It's gonna be a part 1 green flags, part 2 red flags. All right.
Okay.
Easy to be around.
Easy to be around. This is important for me because I deal with a lot of childhood trauma, and it was growing up, it was hard to be myself. So somebody that I can be my true self with, where I don't have to walk on any pins and needles. Ain't no questioning if I can act like this in front of them. Ain't no questioning if they would judge me. I'm not worried about trying to impress them. Ain't no eggshells to not upset them. None of that. I can be honest. I can speak my mind. Like, they just get me. That's it. Like, I don't feel like I'm trying to be something I'm not ever.
I would say this. Every woman I've ever dated, except for one, when I say dated, I mean like damn near was in a relationship with or had some type of long term. You feel me? Like spent like on some everyday type shit. Like they were annoying. They were annoying. And women are annoying, and that's cool. And niggas need man caves, niggas need their space. Everybody do. But I think it should be to a certain degree. There's one woman who I did date and I lived with, and I didn't realize until we didn't live together no more how easy she was to be around. She's never annoyed me in the 10 years of us knowing each other.
That's good.
She's never annoyed me. Like not once.
That's good.
She's frustrated me. She's pissed me off. We had arguments, but it's never been like, I'm kind of just like, that's just getting on my nerves.
I'm finna find a reason to.
It never been that way,
up
not
outta
once.
here.
And like, I didn't realize how invaluable that was until, of course, we wasn't dating. You know how niggas is.
It was over. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that shit till I'm like, I'm in a new relationship with a bitch that's getting on my fucking nerves. And I'm like, damn, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
man. What?
That's true.
Yeah, being easy to be around is a big one, especially when you're looking for the person you're gonna be with, you're gonna live
Yeah, if
with.
you're being intentional. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
I
that,
honestly,
go crazy.
every nigga that I dealt with probably annoyed me or
Damn.
irritated me in a sense of like me feeling like they not on my level mentally. But I mean, that's just, I mean, it is what it is with that. And I'm talking about like, of course, niggas that like I was in a relationship with or could have been in a relationship with, but I think that both parties, men and women, don't realize how annoying they can be. But I also think that being with somebody for a long period of time that annoys you is settling.
I think you can overlook certain shit though.
I'm not overlooking somebody that's
Annoying.
annoying me because that's interfering with my attitude and character on a day-to-day basis. You annoy me, you're irritating the fuck out of me. This is reflecting in every action.
But when I say annoy, I don't mean you annoy me like every second of the day. I'm just saying like sometimes you're annoying.
I can't do it.
Sometimes versus.
I can't do it. I honestly don't want to be with anybody whose actions influence my emotions that heavily. Like, I don't want nobody that can make me have a bad day.
Got you.
That's a lot.
Life aside from the companionship.
Yes. Important because I just feel like your partner should respect and appreciate your space, your personal growth, hobbies, and personal friendships outside of the two of you. I think it's very important to spend time together, but due to the fact that you all are in a relationship, the time you spend together automatically goes to the top of both of you all's list aside from work and maybe a dream if work and the dream is not the same. But y'all already given the most time that you can allot to each other. I think when it comes down to friends, family, children that you have aside from your partner, etc., that should be separate and it should be healthy. Your partner should be tripping that. I went through some real heavy shit with being a new mom and a single mom and trying to date. I've had niggas tell me, like, ask me, like, oh, well, you can't get somebody to watch her. Nigga, I will stomp your ears together. Don't ask me if I can get somebody to babysit my child. Like, no, and I get, Boogie, I get it. It wasn't to that level yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're somebody that's not even dating me. You're asking me, can I find someone to babysit my child so I can come over your house late at night? Like, you're not asking, like, hey, can I take you out on a nice date? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's just.
Hey, I'm on some pussy. Find somebody to watch
find somebody
her.
to watch your fucking baby.
What's
Like,
wrong
and
with
it's like, no, we're not at that level for you to ask me that.
I got extra
Even
room.
right now
I
with
can lay
me
it out.
dating, only 2 niggas can dare say, like, you trying to come, and I'll go with the back and forth where I'm like, shit, let me see if I can set something up real quick. But for a nigga to be like, you can't get nobody to watch, hey, don't even play with me like that.
sure,
Like,
I
you don't
can
even
see
know her. Like, you don't even, like, my baby don't even play like that. Like, what you mean? My baby be like, where you going? Where you at?
And if y'all was on that level, he wouldn't have to ask you.
You wouldn't. Because I'm
can
going to
you
make
find
time.
somebody- Exactly.
Period.
So
I'm going to make time.
do that
And
regardless.
the 2 niggas, they wouldn't ask me no shit like that because I'm hitting them and I'm like, shit, I was going to see if you was available tomorrow because I'm available tomorrow. And I'm hoping that, the shit going to match up. Like, but other than that, no, like, I don't like that. You should never feel like you always have to check in or like you need permission from your partner to do anything. To hang out with people. If y'all have stipulations like, oh, I'm not comfortable if you're hanging out with an ex, or I'm not comfortable if you're hanging out with somebody you used to deal with, then those would be y'all rules and y'all companionship. But otherwise, nobody should be tripping about shit like that. My ex-boyfriend used to trip about how much I used to hang with the podcast and at the podcast, and you always at the podcast. And it's just like, nigga, like, this is what I do. Like, this is not something that's nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? He could not.
Interesting.
He did not have his own life at the time. He was in school. All his free time, he wanted to go to me. My free time, I don't want it to all go to you. So now it's a disconnect.
Ain't that nigga out of town though?
But before he even went and deployed, we was together from
Doing the podcast?
July to December. So for
he
a
left
few
in
months,
December?
we was together.
And
And they'd be like, damn, you always at the podcast, I'm finna go, da-da-da-da. Okay, but I was doing this before. Like, listen, Like, and it was a lot because it was like, it's not that you don't have a life aside from me. It's that your life aside from me, you wanted to include me. Like, even when we be kicking it, like, it includes your friends. You wanted to include me still.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, you wanted to include me still.
I feel like it's important to have a life outside of your relationship. It's important for me personally as Terry to date a woman who has a life outside of me. I want you to go have fun with your friends. I want you to go get drunk and have a great time out at a bar and do whatever the fuck you want. And as many niggas can buy you drinks as you want. And you come home and suck my dick all day.
Yep.
Like, I want all of that, right? I also think it's important to treat everything in your life with a separate amount of care and attention. So a lot of times, you know, when you're in a relationship and you live with your girl or you're married or whatever the case may be, and I'm speaking from me living with my son's mom and my son, you will treat everything as one.
As a collective, and you shouldn't.
And at the end of the day, you have to have a relationship with your son and do shit with your kid or your kids. Like, I got a frat brother, shout out to the news. I got a frat brother who has 3 daughters. He takes his daughters on road trips individually. Not most niggas would take all their daughters on. We're going on a trip, I'm taking all my kids. This nigga takes road trips, 10-hour drives with his daughters individually to get to know them and what's going on with their life. So it's not like, oh, I got kids, I know my kids. Like, no, I know them as individuals. And we have shit that's between us that the whole family don't know about this. Mm-hmm. This is me and your relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was the coldest shit ever to me. And, you know, for me, it's the same thing. You live with your girl, you live with your kid. Shit, you gotta have a separate relationship to where it's like, it's not about me, you, and the kid. This is me and you time. Like, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's separate. So I think separating everything is important, and treating yourself. You have to have your own personal relationship with yourself and your friends, and then you also have to have a separate relationship with you and the person you're with. And then it has to be a family relationship. Then it got to be a relationship with just your kids. You know what I'm saying? And that could be hard to do.
Yeah, especially if y'all are
but
still
it's necessary
in a unit. It can be even harder to do. But I mean, you find your way, I guess. For sure. Now,
red flags.
So, just like I sent Terry a list of green flags, he sent me a list of red flags, and I chose 5. So the 5 that I chose, first and foremost, I chose cutting you off in conversations. So earlier,
you dirty bitch,
we already pretty much spoke about that. He used his example of the interview with Young Jock and his wife, and how Terry, and how his wife, you can pretty much tell from the conversation alone that she doesn't respect him. She can't stop talking. If he says something she doesn't agree with, she can't wait for him to finish his sentence before she has her input. She's just very dominant, and it shows lack of respect for your partner. For me, it's a trigger, honestly. Childhood trauma, growing up and acknowledging my childhood trauma made me realize that I was silenced as a kid.
Facts.
So I cannot deal with anyone not letting me make my case in point. It could be wild as hell. I could be saying some off the wall shit, some shit that to you as a man who's logical and less emotional makes -5 cents. Let me finish my thought. Do not cut me off. It makes me feel like there's no respect there. And I mean, that ties into the green flag, which is listening.
Right.
I am an emotional woman. One thing that I know about me is sometimes I can ramble. I can go on and on about things that are affecting me emotionally, but don't really need to be talked about or whatever. And from a man's perspective on the other side, it's like, girl, would you just say what you mean instead of 27 sentences? How y'all feel when we send long paragraphs? And be all this long.
I don't mind a long paragraph. I'll be reading that bitch.
Yeah, but that'd be facts. But I mean, at the end of the day, mostly long paragraphs from women can be something, could have been one little.
Nah.
I'm just saying from
Maybe,
a woman's
maybe,
perspective.
maybe.
Yes,
Yeah,
we end up repeating a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
So I just feel
that's where
like
the emphasis comes from.
but we like when my thoughts aren't allowed to be executed.
I hear you.
That's when I be like, oh, it's not gonna work because I'm very expressive with my thoughts, with my emotions, even when they don't make sense. Help me see that they don't make sense. But otherwise.
Yeah, I'm big on not on the cutting people off. That was the first thing. Was that number one on the list that I sent you?
No, it
probably
was not.
What was it? I don't know. I think that like for me, the cutting people off shit, that's one of the number one red flags that I could pick up on early. Like we could even be like,
Go ahead and take your to-go cup. I see you
this nigga
considering.
Boogie's leaving. I don't think this nigga talked the whole
Why are
podcast.
you leaving? So sit down
Is he
and
drunker
sober up,
than me?
motherfucker. Why is you leaving right now? You're drunk.
This nigga got on slides. It's 12 degrees. He's
It's
drunk.
Jody too. Love you. I,
What's that even talking about?
this show is about to be 2 hours.
What's that talking about? What is this?
I burned myself at work.
Oh, wow. What's y'all laughing about? Me? Oh yeah, like we could be in the like talking phase super early. I would never. I'm something I would never remember. I would never forget.
No, you
when
had
I
to write
was
the
talking
first.
to this chick. I never forget. I was talking to this chick, and we was talking about Tupac. I don't fuck with Tupac. Y'all know that. I fuck with Tupac,
But
he's
you
the
do
most
not
You have a
Over-
different view of Tupac.
He's the most overrated nigga. He's like one
She
of the
must
best
have really grinded your
actors.
gears.
He's one of the best character actors of all time. On and
Talking
off.
about
The,
Juice?
On and off. No, I'm talking about in life.
Oh.
But the nigga, whatever. We was arguing about Tupac. I couldn't get a word out. And I'm like, bitch, if we ever have a real argument in a relationship,
I'm never gonna be able to say nothing.
I'm not
I'll
gonna
be
be able
like,
to
"But you
say shit.
I
So
hate that.
that's one of the big red flags. This to all the niggas, like, cause it's niggas is men. You know what I'm saying? It's not about checking your woman. It's not about putting your foot down or whatever. At the end of the day, you do need to be the leader. You do need to be able to check shit when that's necessary, and that should be rare. If you gotta check your bitch all the time, then you shouldn't be with that bitch.
I
But,
mean, yeah, y'all clearly
like,
not vibing.
you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you want to be in a situation if you feel like you're the leader of your relationship. Because sometimes the woman is the leader, and that's not the worst shit in the world.
Gabrielle Union.
Sometimes the woman, I can see, wait, I can see that, and that's fucked up.
No, he said it. Fuck somebody, you can see it. He said it, nigga.
I don't even pay attention.
He
to
said
Dwayne Wade.
he do not wear the pants in the household. That's what he said.
Jesus Christ,
That's tough.
emasculated. Anyway. Shout out to Dwayne Wade. There's nothing wrong with women. Gabrielle Union could not be my leader, but there's nothing wrong with women being a leader of a relationship.
It's not.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Did you know in ancient Egypt the woman was the protector in a relationship?
Why the man was doing what?
He was like the hunter and gatherer and the fighter, whatever.
Yeah.
But the woman was the protector, not because of physical dominance, but because of her
Mindset,
intuition.
Yep.
So like if you look at like
Ooh.
ancient statues of kings and queens, the woman will have her hand around a man's waist
Instead of vice versa.
because she's the protector. So like she's the protector in the sense of like she could see
I
the
know what's
danger
coming.
coming a
Mhm.
mile away versus a man's ego is so big that the danger could be right in his face and be like, fuck this nigga, he ain't no shit.
Right.
Like which is real life, right?
He'll be like, nah, babe, we need to go straight
raw as hell.
up right now.
I think it won't even respect the threat. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could be
Yeah.
right here and a woman will just be like, nah, you need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she has less of an ego. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with a woman being a leader in a situation. But if you are in a situation where, you know, most men want to be in a situation where they are the leader, whatever the case may be. And I just feel like early on, it's something that you could detect. But as a man, though, when it's time for you to get your point across, when it's time for you to have the final word on whatever the case may be, you're not going to be able to do that if a woman constantly cuts you off in conversation, especially early in your situation. So
Yep.
that's something you need to catch on to. And if you're the type of nigga who, you know what I'm saying, feel like you're going to be the leader of your relationship, you need to either nip that shit in the bud, and if she can't do that, then move around.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
I agree, 100%. The next one that I chose from Terry's list was something that I despise from the pit of my soul.
Not like I do though.
Unprovoked lying.
I guarantee you don't hate this as much as I hate it.
I guarantee you I do.
I guarantee you don't hate this as
you
much as I hate it.
do.
Nah,
guarantee
G,
you don't.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This nigga has encountered that for
So
the last
have I.
10
Please
years of
stop
his life.
it. And all my stories about one person, my fucking baby daddy.
All my stories is about
His
every
is
bitch
about
I ever
everyone
dated.
he's
And mine
encountered in
still
the last
topping
10
yours.
years.
So mine worse off the back. This one nigga did all these things. You got a plethora of bitches that did a few things. This one nigga. Like, y'all, I have been through the worst of shit. It's crazy. But go ahead.
Unprovoked lying. So I'm at a stage in life because of the unprovoked lying that I don't even ask questions
Yeah, that's
at
me.
all.
Yep.
I don't ask bitches questions because I don't want to give you the opportunity to lie to me.
Yep.
Bitches lie. People lie. In therapy, I learned that like, nigga, if you
People
want
lie.
somebody who don't lie, you might as well just be single. Because
Yep.
people lie. My therapist even told me herself. She probably needs therapy, but she even told me herself like, nigga, one of her things is like, be a good liar because I know you're gonna lie, but don't tell me no goofy shit to where I know you lying.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of her non-negotiables, if I'm not mistaken, which is crazy. But for me, G, like the unprovoked lying, that's to the point where I used to be a nigga who like I wanted to know details. I wanted to be able to understand certain shit. Now I'm at a point where if a chick tell me, oh, I talked to another nigga I've been talking to for a year, okay, I ain't fucking with you. Cause I ain't fucking with a chick who like that's damn near a relationship or a situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if I let you tell me the details of like if I be like, okay, I want to talk to you, right? Let's say I want to talk to you, and you got a nigga that you talk to, and I'll be like, damn, okay, you talk to him, but all right, well, what's up with that? Whatever details you tell me is gonna be details that benefit whatever point you're trying to make to me. The point you're trying to make to me is that you still want me to talk to you.
Yeah, like
even though I
I'm in a
talk to you.
position where,
So you
yeah, I
might be
am
like,
talking to him, but
yeah,
I can talk to
him,
you too.
but
Like,
he ain't really on shit. He ain't trying to be in no relationship. Woo, woo. So that any details you tell me is gonna lead
That's
me
a
to
red
believe
flag.
that I have a good chance of winning you over.
but she's stupid.
But at the end of the day, you still fuck with this nigga, so he
And
doing
he
something
not on
right.
shit.
He doing
Or you
something right
dumb.
because you still fucking with him. But you ain't gonna talk about the shit he do right when you tell me these details. though.
Right,
So at the end of the
yeah.
day,
You only gonna say the things that will convince me that
to
I
fuck
can
with
get in
you.
there. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like the details don't matter at all. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm at a point where it's like, bitch, I don't want to know the details. I don't want to know shit. But if you lie to me about anything, it's guaranteed that you lied to me about some shit that I didn't even ask in the first place.
Yep.
I'm not fucking with you.
I'll be up out of there when I find out a
I'm
motherfucker
not
lied.
fucking with you.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be gone.
If you lied about some shit I asked you, and we was kind of deep in it, I might give you
I was
a
gonna
chance,
say, if you
'cause
lied about some shit that I
motherfuckers
asked
lie.
you and we was deep in, I might give you a chance, especially if it comes with a valid explanation and so forth.
Yeah.
If you lie about some shit and I find out later down the line that it was a lie and I didn't ask you anything about this, you offered this up, you so fucking smoked,
And you're sick.
and you a fucking sociopath also.
Sociopath. I gotta start calling bitches. that.
Yeah, I've
What does
been
that
calling
mean?
niggas that. That means that you only put on display your idea of your best self. That's what a sociopath is. You work overtime, put in to be
So your self-image
This-
is fucked.
because
Most
you're
people's self-image. My self-image
because
is
you're
probably even
fucked up. But you're
Yeah.
putting forth your best, like you going in overtime, crazy to portray this image to these other people. Like right now, for instance, I'm watching a series called Dr. Death on Peacock. It's about a doctor, a surgeon, a neurology surgeon, who was fucking killing patients back to back to back to back to back to back to back, back to back to back to back
Too bad.
to back.
Too bad.
Okay, like this nigga had like dozens
Yeah.
of patients that died during his procedures. People saying that during his procedure, like this nigga was tweaking, like no doctor would have done what he did. This nigga would tell people, my surgeries went perfect. They were excellent. There's distractions in the room, so if anything were wrong, it was because of my nurse, my PA, he had in his mind that he really deserved to be a doctor. And his daddy told him, he was like, some things can be learned and other things are just biology. He learned neurology by the book. He learned and memorized enough, but that's sociopath. Not to say you're not a genius. He learned everything that he needed to know to take the test, to pass it, but when it came to that, really like knowing what he was killing people, paralyzing people. How the fuck did he get to do that for 10 years?
Right.
Because he had put out into the world this top tier.
He just that nigga.
Period. And he got away with that shit.
Yeah.
So sometimes people
Slippery slope.
It's very slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope.
Slippery slope.
Definitely.
Unprovoked line is crazy.
Unprovoked line.
Opportunities. Deflecting during opportunities for accountability. I'm gonna say that again. Deflecting, not just deflecting. Deflecting is bad enough.
Yes.
But deflecting during an opportunity
That's double.
to be
That's
accountable.
double whammy right there.
It's a ding right
That's
there.
a double whammy
Nigga,
right there.
What?
That's a double whammy.
I gave you the
had
exit,
this chance.
bitch.
I set
You
you
ain't
up for
take
it.
it?
I set you up for it actually because
It's
I
my
wanted
fault.
to see. I wanted to see if you had that in you. I wanted to see if you were the type of person, man or woman, to be like, okay, you right. My bad. I apologize. It's crazy.
I don't even look.
Nowadays, you can't even look for. Nowadays, you can't even expect an apology.
I don't even
No,
look
you
for
have-
the apology,
Wait,
bro.
you talking about
Just
nowadays?
accept the
don't
fact
even
that
You
need
talking
the
about
apology.
you
Like, the
talking about
apology is a
nowadays? I
cherry
have
on
been
top.
accepting apologies that I never received for years
Apologies
now.
are like
Nigga.
apologies are almost like, am I being punked? Is there?
Yeah, facts.
But
I don't
Yeah.
even
you to
act-
just
I don't
say
even- yeah.
to
G.
acknowledge
I apologized to a
that
nigga.
it was you. who
Like,
fucked
let me
up.
see. Let me look at the date. Like a month ago, I apologized. So I was kicking it with the nigga, and he said some shit that I didn't know that had affected our friendship, companionship, whatever you want to call it. And I was just like, damn, like you never said that you felt the way about that. Like I would have never knew. So I get home after the little, rendezvous, whatever. And I'm sitting on my bed and I'm like, I feel a way. And I'm like, what way is this that I'm feeling? So I'm like,
Some unfamiliar shit to
this
a
is
woman.
some crazy shit
A
going
shit a
on.
woman
Like,
never
I'm sweating.
felt.
I'm sweating a little. And I'm like, what? Well, what really? I have been trying this new thing, like since my healing journey that y'all been hearing about. I like to, if I can't figure out, pinpoint, like what's going on, I will sit with myself, like literally, and be like, you need to, like, come on. Like, go through your mind and figure out what's up, what's bothering you, what's up. So I was like, damn, I feel away, like, after this nigga telling me that. And I don't know if it made me feel away because, okay, so both things, actually. It made me feel away because I didn't know he felt like that, which means he wasn't comfortable enough to tell me. And I'm very self-aware, so the fact that in the moment I didn't know that I was making him feel like that because I didn't think that he fucked with me like that was like, damn, I'm kind of blue about it. But I was like, what do you need to do? What needs to make you feel better about this? And I was like, damn, I gotta apologize.
She
like-
apologized for you
No, I apologize for both of us.
so you can feel better.
No.
You heard that?
It was definitely so I could feel
I'm
better.
sad that I made him feel sad.
It
so
was
I'm apologize
yes.
so I can feel
Oh my
better.
God, TJ, I'm one of them people where if a nigga fuck up with
No,
me,
we not fucking with you right now.
don't care.
We're not
I
fucking
don't
with
care.
you right
I'm
now.
one of them people
We're
where
not fucking-
if
you
a
talking-
nigga
yes,
fuck up with
TJ.
me,
No Cam, no Cam.
you hit it on the
no
head.
Cam.
I don't give a fuck if you agree. That's why I said
No.
yes, TJ, because you hit it on the head. If a nigga fuck up with me, I don't give a fuck. I move on very boop, bye.
So
When I
appreciate
fuck
this
up,
apology.
when I fuck up, it holds me in a chokehold longer.
But shout out to your
Way
journey.
longer. But
We
I definitely
appreciate the
apologize. I was
apology.
like, yo, I'm saying sorry because I didn't know that it affected
Good
you
point.
like that. Period. I didn't know
That's dope.
because, you didn't communicate that. So, but I didn't know at the end of the day.
Stop throwing that little diss in there that you didn't communicate.
I'm just
that,
saying,
because
like, the
that
nigga ain't
is
tell
you
me, so he
deflecting.
told me. So it was
That is
like,
you
you know.
That's
deflecting.
deflecting.
But nah, real
She's
shit though.
doing
It was
it
like,
right
okay, I need
now.
to
You didn't have
apologize.
to add that part in there.
Gee, and it wasn't just an apology. Like, it was an elongated thing. But this is moving on to say, sometimes when you don't accept accountability in that moment, like, let's say that he didn't tell me that this affected him until months later. So this is something that happened months ago. In that moment, if he would have told me, I would have probably had the opportunity to accept accountability. But I didn't. But also, I could have also ignored this moment to accept accountability then too, because it was his first time.
Why are you pointing at me?
Expressing to
I
me.
was just gonna say, why are you pointing at Terry?
Because he a man. But that, like, it could have been the same thing. Like, if you told me in that time and I was just like, my bad you feel like that. Like, but I decided to be like, damn, you could have told. Most bitches would be like, well, you should have told me then. The fuck?
I'm one of them bitches.
Fuck that. You should have
got
told me
2
when the
weeks.
fuck it happened, motherfucker.
You got 2 weeks to
It's
tell
months
me.
later you mention this shit to me. I don't give a fuck. Accountability. Like,
If
women
you
need
don't
to
tell
learn
me
it
what's
a
wrong
lot.
within 2 weeks, I don't care anymore.
and that's
I don't care
crazy.
anymore,
Because I was
because
more
you
like a
should've brought it up
48
back
hours
then.
type
Whoa,
of bitch.
whoa.
I ain't gonna lie, the months was crazy.
Because
Y'all
Like, the months
literally,
was crazy.
tell you.
y'all literally saying how men feel all the time. Like y'all will bring up how nigga made you feel
But I don't
last
do that.
year about some shit.
I don't do that.
I don't do
I'd be lucky to be dealing with the same nigga from last year. Shit.
I'm a problem
Hey, that's
solver.
so.
I'm a
This is
problem
a
solver.
prime example of deflection. Prime example of deflection.
Because you got a statute of limitations on when I give a
I
fuck.
honestly had
Yes.
no problem
Yes.
with somebody telling me
Yes.
that I felt
Because
that they felt away.
did this person feel comfortable telling you at this time based on your actions?
Yeah.
Based on your
Yeah.
actions,
The
did
nigga
you
told me he
feel
wasn't
comfortable?
consistent enough.
Okay,
I
so
felt
this is what
that.
I'll say about me. I'm a little different because regardless of whether or not I feel comfort in that person, I'm going to be honest with what I feel in that moment. You can take it or leave it after I see it.
What that got to do with him? That's how you feel.
Right.
That's not, no, I agree. I understand it. What I'm saying is I also make it known that, look, if you don't tell me what the fuck bothering you, because I'm going to only ask you once. If I ask you what's going on, you don't tell
But
me, then
even-
later you try to tell me
but
that something was
even-
wrong. No,
but-
ain't shit
but
wrong because
even
you
with
told
you-
me it wasn't shit wrong.
But even with you coming like that, gonna make a nigga not
That's
tell
cap.
you. Like, even with you saying
That's
it like
cap.
that, I'll be like, I'm
That's
definitely
super
not
cap.
telling you.
That's super cap.
that's
I'm,
cap.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't
Cap.
have no limit.
I'm sorry.
I just don't.
There's not a woman in the world that you ask what's wrong and they say nothing.
That's cap.
There's not a woman in the world that a man can come and he can see that there is a problem on her motherfucking face. What's wrong? Nothing. And 2 weeks later, we found out what the fuck was wrong. So for you,
So I'm not
for you
saying
to-
that that's
Tell you
cap.
what's wrong when you
I'm not
ain't shit
saying
wrong.
I'm not saying that it's cap that if she say she like that, then she like that. That's great. Cool. It's cap that you try to put that on other people to say that's my standard for you because that's how I act. So if you tell me then it ain't this, then at the end of the day, if a motherfucker don't feel comfortable saying how they feel,
Then they just don't.
it's because they don't feel comfortable
'Cause you haven't
telling
made them
you
comfortable.
how they feel.
And now they're even
So,
less comfortable because you've put them in this.
now when they do feel
Now they got a
comfortable
time frame.
to tell them how they
There is
feel,
no time
and now it's
frame.
like, you know what? I don't give a fuck how you
Because
feel.
it's months later.
What?
Now it's different if now
What?
It's different. Okay, wait.
they start feeling the clock starts
But it's
ticking.
also
Toxic.
different if
Toxic.
it's also
Jody?
different if you're telling me this now and I really don't give a fuck. That's different.
is what it
if
is.
it's months later and it's like I really
You know
don't
what,
give
though?
a fuck now.
If-
So it's like you should
I
have
will
told me
say
that back
this.
then because maybe I would still be fucking with you. But now I really don't
Now,
give a fuck.
if y'all not talking no
Yeah,
more
then
at
that's
all,
different. Don't come
that's
to me talking about
different.
you made me
You know
feel
what's
this and that. I
also
don't care.
different? You know what's also different? And I feel like I'm riding with the niggas right now, but I'm finna. It don't
That's
matter
what
if
you
it's a
always
male or a female thing. No, it's not what I always do. But if you're bringing it up because I'm bringing something up.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Now, if I
had no
tell you
floor.
don't, it's cool. I don't feel comfortable saying it right now.
Well, you do.
But as soon as you got a problem with me, now I feel comfortable saying it. Cause I'm finna say this. Now that's deflection on deflection type shit. Like
Never
that's
responds to somebody issue with yours.
Yeah,
That is
ever.
crazy.
And that's
Never
in any
responds to
setting.
somebody
That's in
issues
any
with
setting.
yours.
Friendship, business partner, whatever, relationship, don't matter.
And I'm
That's
not saying
crazy.
things have to be going great, but I'll always say bring up your issues at a neutral setting.
I have to pee.
We arguing.
I gotta shit.
I want to bring up my issue. Things are going
Don't edit
great.
that
I want to
out.
bring up my issue. Just wait till it's a neutral setting and be like, hey,
No, don't
Let
wait
me
till it's
talk
no fucking neutral setting.
wait
say
till it's
that
a neutral.
shit when it's
no,
on your
wait,
mind.
no, because wait till it's a
Or
neutral
don't.
setting
But
because
don't say
if,
it when
if
I
you
say
do it
it.
when it's an argument, it becomes a worse argument. If you do it when things
Facts.
going good, you're ruining the moment. Just wait till it's a neutral setting. Be like, hey, let me talk to you real quick. You know, sometimes when we
But
get
I just
into
feel
it
like
and things
if
will
you
be like
are-
this, I don't
But
really
if you're a
appreciate
person that
how you go
hasn't
about.
said it already in the moment when you're feeling it, and then you're not gonna be mature enough to be like, oh, let me not say it when this person brings their issues to me, and then a week or
So,
so later, now I do.
You know
feel
what,
comfortable
Cam?
saying
Though
it.
you know what, Cam? I dated a chick who I didn't like how she handled issues.
Mhm.
So she would have a problem, but I wouldn't like how she brought the problem to me.
Mhm.
But this ain't the time to bring up that I don't like how you brought the problem to me because
Mhm.
you got a problem.
Mhm.
So that's like you come to me with a problem and I respond with, all right, bitch, that's cool, but why the fuck you just come at me like? So that's a prime example of what he talking about is like, okay, let me address what you actually coming to me about, and then later when shit cool down,
I feel like
then
that's
I'll
different, though.
bring up
That's different though, because
why
that's
I
you
don't like.
approaching her actions. You don't like her actions that she's bringing forth to you.
That's what it be half the
No,
time.
it's emotions. It's emotions.
Yeah.
Like you telling me, you coming at me, talking about I made you feel this way. Okay, well, nigga, that's fine, but you made me feel this way 3 weeks ago, and it's like, bitch, why didn't you say that shit 3 weeks ago?
That's the bullshit. That's the
facts.
bullshit.
That's facts.
That's facts. I'm
Now
with
you
on
want
that.
to. Now it's like it got to be an argument because you don't want to take any accountability for how you made me feel today.
Never
Now you
respond
wanna
to my
talk about-
issue
So you've
with
been
your
feeling this
issue.
way for 3 weeks.
Facts.
You've been sitting on
with
it.
That's
you.
weird. You're
with you.
weird.
This
So you've been
definitely.
pretending.
This
For
definitely
3
season
weeks.
4 facts. Look, agreeing with.
I have to
so
pee.
another green flag. No, you finna finish this
I
episode.
have to pee. All right,
You gotta piss right
let's
now.
do it.
You finna pee on the
Come
couch?
On. No.
Can we? You gotta pee right now? Like we gotta stop it.
Come on.
You sure?
No.
Okay. You not sure?
Nope.
Go ahead, man. Y'all ready? All right. Next red flag: agreeing with everything you think. A nigga who agree with everything you think. For me, like
Yes, man.
I I don't like to feel like I'm talking to somebody who doesn't have their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like it got to be a balance of like, you know, we can learn from each other. It has to be a balance of like if we not in a relationship, I'm not trying to lead you at all.
Facts.
But if we in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? I'm leading my relationship, but it got to be a balance of like you still have your own opinion regardless of what's going on or what phase of life that we're in, because even if we're in a relationship and I'm the leader of the relationship, I still want to hear what you have to say. I still want to consider how you feel because I can still learn from you. I can still grow with you by getting you know what I'm saying, getting perspectives from you and things like that. But at the end of the day, like you gotta have your own opinion and stay in your own opinion. You have to.
Absolutely.
Like if there's ever a case where I feel like you don't have an opinion as a human, I'm going to become very unattracted to you. Like,
That's valid,
extremely
though.
unattracted to you.
That's valid. I mean,
Because what the fuck is
I
that?
see men do it often to
What the fuck is this?
get some draws or whatever.
Disagree with chicks?
Agree. Or like change up their opinion literally in the moment.
Somebody close that door. It's cold as hell.
Like where a nigga be like standing on something. Like hardcore, like this is it. This has been my opinion my whole life. Like, and then the bitch be like, I don't really think that. I think this. And they be like,
He get that.
oh,
Well,
well, yeah, you know what? Now that you say that.
well, it
no,
depends on the
nigga, like,
circumstance.
no,
You
nigga.
right though.
Yeah, you're right. You're
it-
right. Okay, I never
most
even
of the
thought
time,
about
I
that
get
like
what you're
that.
saying.
You got
Facts.
me seeing a different perspective. It's just like, nigga, nah.
Facts. Like, I see it all the time. Like I was on Facebook earlier, I seen a homie say some shit like, "Lady, stop begging him to act right." when you niggas,
Yeah, who said that shit? That's a pick me
the
ass nigga right there.
The nigga say, "Lady, stop begging him to act right." When you got niggas begging you to stop playing.
That's
What?
a pick me nigga right
You don't
there.
even talk like that, nigga.
That nigga drink bathwater.
Huh.
That actually was a finesse because the nigga that's begging you to stop playing is gonna end up being the
fuck
nigga that you
It
begged
never
to stop.
fails. It never fails.
Right, like
I learned that lesson
it's
last
a
year.
revolving door.
Don't
like,
date them niggas that's been trying to fuck with you for a long
the
time.
nigga that wants you the most is most likely gonna
fuck-
waste the
don't
most of
date
your
them
fucking
niggas
time.
that's been wanting you for a long time. After a minute, they get spiteful and revengeful.
Yeah, now
After
now
a minute,
I
the go
need
be like,
you
bitch,
to get
when
back
I
at you.
get you,
Exactly.
that's it. Like, it's done. I'm not on the
You
same
get
shit I
comfortable and
was
be like,
2 years
"Bitch,
ago.
you made me wait.
when I was trying
You
to
made
wife
it-
you.
You made me wait that long for this."
I've been in them DMs for 2 years,
kid ain't
bitch,
even
and
ball.
that's it.
Bet.
Now you salty because you ain't really want to fuck with that nigga anyway.
Bet.
Wasted your coochie. That's something I'm not into.
For sure. But
Nah, no bullshit. I've had multiple female friends who have been in situations and they said, like, and you did all that. Like, you did all that to get me, and this what you do with it. Or a nigga like, do you know what I passed up to give you your chance and things like that? So it do be like,
Yeah, it'd be a two-way street because a chick could definitely like do a lot to like get in a situation with you if she really feeling you, and then all that
And
shit
stop
gonna
doing
stop,
all that shit
you
as
know
soon
what
as you
I'm
make her
saying?
your bitch.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, and the last one is not good with kids.
I chose this one specifically because it's something that both me and Terry can relate to, being parents. This is important to me because I have a little girl. So it goes beyond a motherfucker just being a role model, you know. It goes beyond a motherfucker being a father figure because, I mean, she has a father. So she's not looking for a dad. But it becomes more internal, more of an emotional standpoint for me. My baby is very intuitive. She turns away from what she doesn't like and who doesn't have good vibes, and she's drawn to who does. So my baby's almost 4. In regards to like men that I've dated, only 2 men have been around her. And it was just because, I mean, they showed green flags in regards to being around children, and not just being around children, being around my child, someone who is still healing from childhood trauma.
You saying like she's still having childhood trauma?
No,
or you?
me. I'm
Okay,
saying
gotcha.
so like me being comfortable enough to let these men be around my child when I'm
Gotcha.
still healing from childhood trauma.
Gotcha.
But that's important for me. I see, you know, I was dating a guy that he thought that his way of getting in and like, was like, I want to meet your daughter. And I'm just like, meet her for what?
That's weird.
Like what you,
That's weird.
he was trying to like express it as like, you know, I want to show you how much, like, and I'm just like, we can just exclude her. Like you can show me. And if it's good enough for me, then it's good enough for her. But my baby don't need to be involved. And then we did get serious. And when I was like, okay, I want to introduce my kid to the equation, it was like, motherfuckers got cold feet. Like, cold feet. And I was just like, but I mean, I'd be cool with that because that's better for my kid. But now my kid's going on 4 and the situation is more intricate for me now.
Yeah.
Because see, my baby don't remember none of them niggas. None of them niggas from the first 2 years. I don't have to worry about any of them. Like, I mean, it was only 2. I mean, shit, my baby don't even remember my ex. And that was just last year. So it's like,
Really?
oh, yeah.
Kids' memories be short.
They be short, but sometimes they be long. Like, it depends. Like, but she don't remember him. So now I'm like, I feel like I'm clean slating it with her. So now nobody can be around her. Like, that's it. But like, if I get the gist that you're not even good with children, which mostly comes from men that don't have kids, which I don't too much deal with, but
Creed's a great kid too.
she
a
is
great
a great
kid.
kid.
Like it's kind of hard not to be cool with Creed.
She's so awesome. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It's the Taylor Port. But yes, if you're not good with kids, if I see you say anything negative on social media in regards to kids, like I done cut a nigga off for posting some shit about how his son can't be gay.
Oh shit.
I done fucking cut a nigga off for being on social media, like being overly expressive about like his unrealistic daughter that does not exist yet, her sexual like habits and shit. And I'm just like, nigga, you don't even got no kids. You don't have no kids. So you're premeditating that if your daughter grow up to be this way, you gonna beat, or like volatile shit. Like, I'll beat the fuck out of my son if he gay. And this is like, you think you're gonna beat the gay out of him?
Yeah.
Shit like that. It's like,
Having a conditional love for your kids is crazy.
it's crazy. It's crazy. My daughter can be whoever the fuck she
And
want to be. She can tell me
but
she want to
I'm
be
not gonna lie
one of
though,
the people that
Cam,
think they animals.
you might gotta give niggas grace because
of the upbringing.
no,
What?
if they don't have kids and feel that way.
Okay, if they don't have
If they
kids,
have
yes.
a kid and feel that way,
Yes,
because
absolutely.
the whole
yes.
like, if my son gay
Yes,
shit,
I
I was that
typically-
way until I saw my son
Honestly,
and held him for the first time. I
men
don't give a fuck
without
what this nigga do.
kids-
Like, you know what I'm
Men
saying?
without
Like,
kids are
he
not
valid,
even
like-
on my, you know what I'm saying? They not even like on the top of my totem pole for dating.
So you would rather date a nigga with kids than
Yes.
niggas without?
At this point in
Oh,
time, with
break it
me
down.
going on 30, yeah, I would,
Nice.
because I could possibly not have another kid.
Mm,
I don't want my child to be by herself.
right.
If you got siblings, and I mean, well, you have children and they can have siblings, and we could do that. That's cool.
For sure.
But if I can't date a man that don't want kids. Like, don't got none, don't want none. Like, you know, that shit dead. Like, but if a man got kids and I'm touching 30, get out the streets. And and I just don't end up pregnant, like, I won't be mad. It'll be like, oh shit, you got 2, I got 1. Like, what's up? Cool. Not to mention my baby daddy has 3 children.
All right.
She has siblings. They're just not from me.
Yeah. That's lit though.
So how you feel about, have you ever had a situation where like you noticed a woman wasn't good with kids or specifically your kid?
Yeah, and I end up having a kid by her.
You end up having a what?
Kid by her.
Damn. That's good. That's
All right, guys.
flag.
Cam's
whoa.
Corner. Cam's Corner. So, guys, all we have to say for Cam's Corner, you know, always what? Sticking to the topic. Red flags versus green flags. I posted Cam's Corner about to be real short. I posted something the other day, and it said, I want to tell you exactly what it said because it was just nail on the head.
What you posted?
Yeah, I posted it in
Are
my
you patting
story.
yourself on the back for your post?
Absolutely. 1 second, please, so I can pull up my saved post. He think I'm playing. It was a really good post.
All right.
Okay.
TJ wants you to look at the camera, I guess.
Okay. Oh, I do always be looking right here. Let me see. I hope I can find it. Okay. Here's what it said. It said, deep down, you know exactly where you stand with someone. Hope blurs the lines, but you know. And my caption was, pause for a second, be still and just think. We tend to avoid acceptance, but at the end of the day, we always know.
That's
Cam's
facts,
Corner.
though.
That's so fucked up and true.
We fight ourselves a lot. We fight our thoughts a lot. We lie to ourselves a lot. Like, we try to fool ourselves a lot. Like today, I got a reading. My reading was very on point about this particular nigga that I'm dealing with in my life. It was so on point that I'm not listening to her.
Damn.
Toxic.
That's
my
how it
nigga.
go. That's how it go.
That's my nigga. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Toxic.
Like, you doing too much. She be like, and then she be putting in the Jody, you know, and it be like, take what resonates, leave what don't. I left all that shit.
Y'all are fucking
What are you talking
sick.
about?
No, like,
She listed the sign. She say this could be significant for a. I say, oh, I don't know what you talking about.
I
left all of none of it.
my reading
None of
so
that
much.
resonates with me. None of that resonates with me.
Y'all believe in zodiac signs so much, then know y'all readings. That's sick. That's toxic.
I really,
That's self-awareness is still doing the wrong thing.
I rarely
Remember-
ever
remember
ignore
how
my
we said-
readings.
self-aware person.
I barely
It
ignore
don't
my
mean I'ma
readings,
change.
G.
Remember how we said like you're a
I'm
bad
ignoring
person
this
if
one
you're
just until
self-aware? and
December
still do the wrong
31st.
thing?
She just said the sickest shit I ever heard in my life. I'm a very self-aware person. That doesn't mean I'm a change. What?
I'm ignoring that shit until December 31st, babe. You gotta let that. Hey,
What's redder than red? Because that's a red flag.
2023
What's
come
red?
through.
Crimson.
Black flag.
That's
Oh,
a
that's
fucking
perfect. 'Cause
crimson
isn't crimson
flag.
cream, right?
Chill out.
Perfect. Red flag.
Perfect for
crimson
who?
and cream kappa. Perfect. Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
The sneak this
I got something I want to go back to that was early on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, that girl was not checking on her friends that many motherfucking times. She was going to see her other nigga.
Ooh.
And like, come on, that G. I had this girl, man, and she just always had to go see her friend. Oh, me and Boogie was sitting there. Me and Boogie was sitting right here
Wait.
Did she
So,
really?
I'm not even saying like that's a good point, but I'm not saying I wasn't saying that she was like saying I have to go check on my friends tonight. She was saying like she had to go check on her. Like I was like what she was on. Ooh, like earlier today I
okay.
checked on my friend. Da, da, da. So it wouldn't be that reason.
Me and Boogie was like,
But,
so
yeah.
every time they together, she got to go check on the friend.
Nah.
Check on the friend, my ass.
And I'm not defending these hoes because bitch was dating other niggas and that was on the like that was already understood. But nah.
I got to go check on my friend. He want to fuck.
Oh, do we got to do the cheat codes now? Do I have a real cheat code for today? I think the cheat code is kind of obvious. The cheat code is like, don't ignore the red flags. We have these things that's like these things like, oh, red flags turn to 6 flags and da-da-da. And it's all cute for the internet. And we are probably like, most of us are like intrinsically toxic. So we damn near want the red flags to be 6 flags. We was looking for a reason to fuck with the person we knew we weren't supposed to fuck with. So when they go viral, saying like, when you see a post go viral, like, oh, the red flags are 6 flags, it's like, I'm gonna fuck with this thing anyway. I'm gonna fuck with Shorty anyway. Whatever the case may be, it's just
ready
like,
for that.
at the end of the day, you gotta be real with yourself and not waste a whole lot of your fucking time
Absolutely.
fucking with somebody who you know. And everything really goes back to non-negotiables. Like everything really go back to that. Like the red flags and green flags are really just a reflection of your non-negotiables at the end of the day. Because your red flags,
your boundaries.
my red flag might not be your red flag. Your green flag might not be my green flag. You know what I'm saying? And the boundaries as well. So at the end of the day, like it's really all about understanding what the non-negotiables are and standing on like, look, yeah, in the short term, it would probably like make me feel better to fuck with this person I know I shouldn't be fucking with because I like them a lot. But in the long term, I'm going to be very frustrated with this situation because I'm not getting what I want from this situation. And this person is showing me that they're not going to give me what I want from the situation, or they're not capable of giving me what I want for the situation. I just had a phone conversation with a chick who like, we've been talking we've known each other for a while. We haven't been talking for a while. We've known each other for a while. And more recently, about like a year ago, she was in a situation. She got in a situation, she started talking to a guy. And I told her like, hey, look, like we kind of connected to the point where it's like, there's a lot of chicks I fuck with while they talk to other people. You're not one of them. Like we kind of more connected than that. So, right now, holla at me. If that shit don't work out, hit my phone. If I ain't got shit going on, I'll fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like timing ain't right. A lot of shit. That's another thing about relationships. We probably need to put that on the schedule to talk about. Timing. A lot of shit be about timing. You could meet the right person at the wrong time.
I don't agree with that. So that's going to be a great episode.
I feel like you could meet the right person at the wrong time. Because if somebody in a situation,
they wasn't the right person at the time, but you never meet the right person at the wrong time.
I disagree. And that might be a semantics thing. But
you and the semantics word, we're gonna work on that.
It's a thing. Anyway, like, so again, like, I hit her up, She was I was asking, like let's go out, And I end up, we got into conversation. I found out she still talks to the same nigga. Look, it's the wrong, like, time. But I fuck with you, and you're trying to tell me, like, oh, well, this nigga ain't At the end of the day, if I say, you know what, I like Shorty, it's easier to talk to you, you know what I'm saying, than to not, then I'm going to end up in a situation where I'm going to be frustrated because you're showing me up front that you're not going to be able to give me what I want. You get what I'm saying? And for me to move forward anyway with the hopes that you can, anything that go wrong is my fault at that
That's
point.
why dating is hard.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like you
you
got to just stand on that
could be
shit
the
and
bottom of
not.
this person totem pole and they on your top.
That's the thing though.
I'm going through it right now. I'm literally experiencing this in dating right now.
Like you're on the bottom of somebody's totem pole?
I won't say the bottom. I don't think I'm at the bottom of his totem pole.
I don't think
However,
I can't imagine Cam admitting that she's at the bottom of the nigga's totem
however,
pole.
he's at my top and I'm not at his top. And that says enough for me. The fuck?
I agree.
But I mean, it's cool though. Give me 2 weeks.
Is this a resentment? Is this a revenge thing?
Oh no, it's not revenge. I'm
Revenge
cutting him off
porn?
completely. Like
Revenge
I'm
porn?
cutting him off completely, and we moving. It's not revengeful. If I want the rub
But-
in his face, that would be different. But I don't.
All right. What time are we at?
That's it.
We gonna wrap this shit up. We appreciate
This is
y'all.
crazy. I
for
can't believe
tuning
this
in.
shit just went on this long. No more drinking. No more drinking on the show.
For me? What I do?
True.
Like at least 15 minutes
True
gonna get
real.
cut out, and then if y'all
Girl, about 30 minutes of this shit about to be cut out.
I'm not cutting shit out. Go to fcnpod.com. Go to watch other podcasts, Man's Perspective.
You gonna regret
Provocative.
it more
Shut
than
the fuck up.
anybody. You on the camera
Provocative.
talking about, I got a
Heard
shit.
That Matters. I don't give a fuck. No Designer, Bonding with Boogie, Terry Rosen podcast, and is that all of them? Is that all the niggas on this picture?
You said
There we
all
go.
of them.
And we out.
Peace. So TJ,
Turn
I
this
want to be
off.
on your show.
Wait,
Her Nut Matters.
turn this shit off real quick. Turn it off. Turn it off. Hit the button, nigga. I'm finna say some shit that
Topic,
cannot be recorded
when the
at all.
experience is great,
Turn
but he
this
does
shit
not
off,
make you
real. I
orgasm.
see you. Turn the shit off.
Experience.
Nigga, turn the record button off.